game's actually coming out, apparently. Man.
All right. Okay, yeah, we are live. Sweet.
Oh, good. So.
Okay, all right.
And
Hello, everyone.
Hello, yeah. Hi.
Hi,
Come on. There we go.
I'm Harrison Massey.
I'm Rob Parker. This is Death of the Roguelike, episode 7. The 7-day Roguelike and Procedural Death Jam 2014 entries. Part 1, I guess, probably.
Yeah.
Because there is no way we're going to get through all that. I'd like to try to keep the show to about 40 minutes, mostly because I have a lot of stuff to do. And also because I feel like the longer the show goes on, the less people watch. And we have a small viewership as it is, so...
Oh, 2 seconds. Okay, 2 seconds for roguelike. Go.
2 seconds. Oh God, yeah.
Gotta get through all these.
It's been a couple weeks since we've been sort of the regularly scheduled program. Probably necessarily on my part. I've got a lot of stuff to do. I'm coming down to the wire on a research project proposal that I probably should have been working on much more frequently than I was working on this. And then I'm giving a talk on Saturday at the GI Jam, the Games Institute Jam Learn event. If you are in the Kitchener-Waterloo area in Ontario, come on down. It's I'll post the actual website in the show notes because I don't actually have that page open right now. But yeah, I'm gonna go into a room full of like computer engineers and talk to them about Twine, and hopefully make a few of them just leave the room in disgust. In talking with people, I'm like, my goal here is to go in there and destroy video games. So I'm going to say some very mean things about the necessity of coding and stuff like that. So
just ruin everything.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's kind of the job of a humanities student, really, is to go into a situation and just ruin everything.
By the way, I am not in Canada. I am in Texas, and here in Texas, we had all of the trees that decided to just launch pollen straight into the air. So if I sneeze into the microphone during this stream, I am extremely sorry.
Oh, that's fine.
That was more for our listeners.
Yeah.
Your ears might not be prepared. You might not want to have this on full blast.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, still figuring out all the audio mixing stuff. I think the episode I did last week with Emily for Desktop Dungeons, I don't know about the mix on that. I thought I had the music down a bit, but maybe not necessarily. And I have a cat attacking all the cables underneath my computer. So, anyways, this is the homepage for Procedural Death Jam. It's started by Lars Doucette, if I recall correctly, and he had reached out initially to me asking if I had any connections with the 7-day roguelike people, and I did not, at least to the best of my knowledge. And so he wanted to start this and had kind of half scheduled it and then forgot that the 7-day roguelike thing was happening. So it sounds like that is actually he's made contact with them, and everybody seems pretty all right. There were a few comments that kind of came out where people were like, "You're trying to colonize this thing." It's like, no, it's a similar nature. People are already going to be making roguelike-esque games at the time, and part of what the Procedural Death Jam is for is also hopefully like promoting awareness for opengameart.org, which it seems like it's sort of like a free resource for game art. If you're trying to, if you have all these great mechanics, but you don't necessarily have the art that you want.
Yeah, it's a bunch of Creative Commons licensed sprites, backgrounds, etc. So if you have the money, you should actually definitely support them, because it's a really good resource for new game developers, people just getting started to get assets into their games. I don't have money to contribute, but you might.
Yeah, it's a Patreon. So I guess their goal is $1,000 a month, and they're at $5.94 last I checked. So that's a little over halfway. It seems like it's a really good resource that it's probably worth checking out at the very least. I also have to express my admiration of whoever came up with this icon with like the dice, like the Procedural Death Jam kind of in iconography, and then inside of a jam jar, like the Procedural Death Labyrinth stuff. I don't know. I think it's witty, but anyways. So we've got a few games. Harrison, did you want to start with
A saltfish.
A saltfish. All right, let me.
So this is a procedural fishing labyrinth, or procedural death fishing labyrinth.
Oh, no. Okay, weird. That just closed. There we go. Yes.
This is an actual thing you do in the game, by the way.
Yeah, the fisherman in a saltfish. Oh, there we go.
All right. So those are the fish you have to start with. Here's the controls. They're kind of unclear. So
left click is move. Control left click is examine. Left click on fish is select fish. With a fish selected for throwing, left click to throw the fish. Right click to deselect the fish. Left click on the fish. Select a new fish. All right.
Yeah. So
okay, so right click is So I've fiddled with this for a few minutes, and then I was like, I don't know how to stop fishing. But I guess you right click to get out. Okay.
Why would you want to stop fishing?
Well, that's a really good question.
Actually, because enemies will attack you while you're fishing.
Oh, really?
So so if you go to that little squiggle there, that is a elemental fishing pool.
Oh.
So you can hold down your mouse to cast your line, and when it's at where you want it, release, and you will catch a fish.
I caught a mystical
guppy. That is
guppy.
a mystical guppy. So that puts one into your. You have a mana guppy now.
Okay.
So go ahead and catch another one.
So it looks like you click once, and then
click once and then click again.
Yeah, and then you click again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that's probably enough mana guppies for now.
Alright. Okay, I did not mean to click that. So this was made like in 7 days, so...
Yes. Okay, so now see that snowman Unicode there?
Yep.
Alright, so control click on him and you'll see what element he is.
He's a corrosive man.
Alright, so that means it's an acid creature, so if you click help, there's like this huge complex chart of what elements beat what.
Oh god.
So acid is beaten by sand.
Now I got a couple sand things.
Alright, so they're organized by level of strength, so click your top sand fish.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And your fish are basically bombs or grenades. You throw that, and then...
Oh my god.
And
that's incredible.
Yeah, and now the ground there is all sandy.
Yeah.
And
someone did this in 7 days.
Someone did this in 7 days. That you have elemental fish grenades that you have to throw at elemental enemies. This is made by Eben Howard.
Yes.
So who's done some other things I think we mentioned on the show in the past.
I'll have to go and check it out. I don't necessarily I recognize the name because I was on the site, a half an hour ago, but
Alright, not featured but talked about.
Yeah. The Cloudy Man.
Yeah, and as far as I've seen, that's the entire game. I died my first time because one of the enemies spawned a bush on top of me.
Okay. That sounds about right.
Yeah. But so if you click your bottom mana fish there, you can see you have a wide variety of different fish. I'm not sure what if you click the bottom one and then aim it.
Oh my god. So this will damage me, I assume.
I'm not sure.
All right, well let's find out.
No, actually.
I seem to be alive.
Yeah, no, you didn't take any damage. But it didn't really do much to them either.
No.
It just covered everything in mana.
All right.
All right, but yeah, now watch what happens if you try to walk into one of them.
You have no way to directly hurt the cloudy, watery
man. So you have no direct weapons of your own. Your only recourse is fishing, because you're a fisherman.
This is brilliant. I'm very smitten with this. This is.
I'm just happy this exists.
Yeah. I think that's what I love about any kind of game jam thing. I just like, yeah, the games are maybe like a little bit crazy, but I'm just glad they exist. As a result, like, because they wouldn't exist if someone didn't sacrifice time and sanity to come and do this.
Just business.
This is
it's not Sega bass fishing, but
there's something about like the way the fishing line comes out that just makes me think of Candy Box.
Yeah,
like just the commitment to some of the ASCII art is
well. I love the little fishing @ sign there.
Yeah,
that there's little details about this. Like it's a very simple game. Honestly, it's probably not something it's been a ton of.
A monster
you've got a
next
monster.
to me.
Yeah, you can keep. You had the option to keep fishing. Though. You're just going to take damage. Yeah.
All right.
You're going to get down there.
Hey, hi.
All right.
And I've got plenty of water fishes. So air. I've got one air guppy.
Fly free, air guppy. Right, yeah, so if you right-click the ground there, it'll tell you, like, the ground is now cloudy. Or control-click, not right-click.
Cloudy floor.
Yeah, what's the mana floor? Mystical floor.
Yeah, it's just mystical. It's a sandy man. Oh, sorry. I'd meant to have that muted.
I can't hit. It's not. I don't hear it coming through. But.
Yeah, it was unmuted for a second.
All right.
That's.
So, and then the death message. Just hit space a bunch of times and let this guy kill you.
Okay. Oops. I have 3 health. Oh, I just have to click. There we go. Your peaceful life as a fisherman has come to an end because you died. It's lucky for you, though, now you don't have to hear the screams of your friends and loved ones as they are torn apart by vicious elemental beings.
Your poetry.
You died because the Sandy Man finished you off. That's brilliant.
And that's a saltfish.
That's incredible. All right, I have messed up by not going and checking out more of the 7-day roguelike sooner.
Yeah. Well, there's one next time that we'll cover this next episode, but it's called I wrote it down. Variablo. And it's a combination roguelike puzzle game.
All right.
Okay, hold on. You pull up the next game. I gotta step away.
Sure. Yeah, you guys get a real good view of my background. There we go.
I cannot see it.
Yeah. I personally, I'm not as prepared for this as I would love to have been. I blame From Software's release of Dark Souls 2 for screwing all of that stuff up, because it kind of came out on Tuesday, and then I've spent not like any kind of free time playing Dark Souls 2 when and as possible, like to the point where I get up in the morning and in the time between I wake up and go downstairs and the snooze alarm goes off to wake up my wife, I am playing at least like 5 minutes of Dark Souls 2, and you cannot get a lot accomplished in 5 minutes.
No, I've been playing.
There is a podcast probably forthcoming from First Person Scholar in the next month or so. Last time we met up with this instructor at Western, a professor there, Jonathan Bolter, I believe, who has written a lot about. He's written a lot of literary criticism, but then he's subsequently, I think, in the throes of talking about like post-humanism and Dark Souls and a bunch of other crazy stuff. Really interesting guy. So that's probably coming soon. I know Jason Howrlack has also been playing it, so he and I need to sit down and rap about it, because they made a lot of really weird changes. But anyways, I've
been continuing my trend of playing games when their sequels come out. So I've been going through Dark Souls 1.
I think I still might like Dark Souls 1 a bit more than
Really?
Dark Souls 2. Yeah.
I haven't read anything about it yet, partially because I'm trying not to spoil myself on 1.
Yeah. Yeah, the first Dark Souls is still a phenomenal experience. I've not had the same, like, there are certain events in that game, and I'm not going to necessarily address them directly here, but there are certain events in the game that are just incredibly harrowing, and I have not necessarily had those same encounters in Dark Souls 2 yet. But there's a lot of weird mystery in that game, which I appreciate. So
yeah.
But yeah, I totally encourage anyone who, like, if you're like, the sequel's out, I'll just wait. And, like, they're very different games. Even the difference between Demon Souls and Dark Souls is such that you feel like you get the general experience, but there's still some dramatic differences in the way that the game kind of handles itself.
Right.
To the point where, like, I really appreciate that. Like, there's some people that are really grumpy because some of their strategies in Dark Souls don't necessarily apply in Dark Souls 2. And that's just because they're so used to the later game part where you've kind of half-mastered it. But for me, playing a Dark Souls game isn't necessarily about feeling like I have it mastered. It's about feeling like I am constantly vulnerable, which is a feeling you don't necessarily get in a lot of video games.
Yeah, like Dark Souls kind of, like, at least with the community around it, went from this very kind of constantly vulnerable, being careful kind of thing to this community that was very focused on min-maxing and my build's better than your build, and I'm going to have this character, like, specifically made for PvP, and it started to get some of the rhetoric that a lot of MMOs get, which I can see why. Like, there's some mechanical similarities.
Yeah, and I mean, that's always the problem. Like, there are certainly more academics talking about Dark Souls and Demon Souls, in the context of, like, object-oriented ontology and linking it back to like certain types of nihilism and whatnot, and in very interesting ways. But the part that always scares me is how Dark Souls is kind of held up, or the Souls series is held up as, like, this banner of hardcore gaming. Because I don't think hardcore gamer or self-identified hardcore gamer types are kind of severely problematic in a lot of different ways. So I always feel like I have to walk that very fine line when I talk about the games, because the parts that I love about them is not necessarily the part that...
Is this a good time to bring up Procedural Death, Flappy?
I don't know. Let's talk about Lamp and Vamp first.
Let's do that. Let's make ourselves happy.
Yeah,
let's
pivot away from being doom and gloom. So Lamp and Vamp is a submission to the Procedural Death Jam. It was created by Globs. It looks like they're a mobile game developer, and it's clear. I mean, from the aesthetic, it's pretty clear that that's, like, this is going to wind up on an Android device someday. And if you have an Android device and you are into roguelikes or procedural death labyrinths, you've probably heard about the game Hoplite. And if so, you know the joy that is playing Hoplite, because it's in a lot of ways very similar to Brogue, in that it's almost puzzle based. That it's very easy to pick up and play, and you know what's going on. And it's actually, I would say, even more clear about what you're doing in Brogue, but in terms of it's almost like a puzzle. So I'll kind of get into this first. So you play a vampire, and you need to get to the coffin here, and essentially in Hoplite you are a Hoplite, and you need to go and get the Sacred Fleece, and you have to go down a certain depth and find it, and then escape. You have the similar kind of tile-based maps, and it's sort of like you have to worry about angles of attack, and certain enemies will behave a certain way, and certain enemies will like shoot arrows at you when you're within range. So, and you also have, like, the several abilities along the bottom. So the fangs are, if I'm right next to a hunter in the shadows, I can bite them, and then if I bite them again, I drink their blood and I get more health. Turning into a bat will let me, like, hide in the trees, but it costs health to do that, and then you can turn into fog and like travel through buildings, and that will also cost you health as you move as the fog. So I don't know if anybody remembers the iOS game Van Helsing's Fire. Similar idea. Essentially, the hunters have a like cone of sight that they can see, and if you're within that, they will chase you and attack you. So you want to duck around that. Which yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah, hilariously, the guy that did Van Helsing's Fire went on to create Papers, Please, which I thought was a weird thing. So this priest has seen me, and now I'm in trouble because I'm not in the shadows. This is gonna be.
So you can't use any of your abilities unless you're in the shadows.
Yeah. So yeah, you die very quickly. It is actually pretty hard. I did manage to. There we go. So I'm right next to a hunter. They don't see me. So now they're woozy, and then I just got extra health, but I didn't need the extra health. So. Yeah.
Reminds me a little bit of. Well, Persona actually has MP, but like some of the abilities cost hit points to use. So like that idea of like your hit points also being your magic points has always been something that's really interesting. Like always been a really interesting mechanic to me, because it's like so. And Persona 3, at least, I don't know about any of the other games, but it very much is a. Okay, so you get a upgrade every level.
Yeah. So part of like when you get to I actually recently beat Hoplite, and I did like on every level you get a thing where you can upgrade your skills. So I did that, and it was like kind of the most boring way possible. I didn't take any of the I wound up with like max health, and I still barely made it out alive. Because I was careless. Like there are ways to get through that game without being careless, and I was just kind of like half fiddling with the phone. I was like, "Oh, I've actually almost done the game. All right, let's play this seriously." So that like you can actually opt to not get upgrades and then get a higher score, or you can continue going past. Like you can get to the level 16 or whatever and get the Holy Fleece, and you can pick up the Holy Fleece, but you can continue going deeper into the labyrinth and get. Like your score multiplier increases and it gets way more difficult, but it's kind of a cool way to kind of keep the game going. Like you can, even though you've beaten the game, it's just started essentially.
Huh.
So I was using the bat power a fair bit. I will reduce the cost of that. All right, this is new.
Your health is 8,888 out of 8,888. Right. That
seems.
I don't think that's supposed to happen.
No. Oh. Well, that's been Lamp and Vamp.
Next game.
Yeah, next game. What do we got here? Let's do Ghost Ship first.
That doesn't happen in Hoplite, by the way.
Yeah, have you played it?
Oh, actually.
No. It's worth the while.
It looks suspiciously like a cross between a old LucasArts adventure game and Prince of Persia.
Yeah, Ghost Ship? Yes. So this... I wish it said the person's name. By Poem Dexter. It looks like they just kind of signed up to submit it. So, all right. Yeah, I really like the art style. Here. It's got a spooky little soundtrack in the background.
Right, so we gotta go down, get MacGuffin, get back up.
Yeah, and what I like is that it kind of. Like, again, it's pretty rudimentary in terms of what it's got, but like the sound effects sound great. the animations are reasonably, like, for someone who did this probably in a couple days, like, that's not bad. But what I like is that also the ship kind of pitches and yaws as you go through it.
Treasure!
And then when you get the treasure chest at the bottom, all the skeletons come back to life.
Yar.
And again, the levels are, from what I can tell, procedurally generated.
There'll be skeletons on my ship.
Yeah. Yeah, keep in mind any of the deficiencies in platforming are because I'm bad at platformers. It's not, like, the actual controls are pretty reasonable.
So the Spelunky stream should be fun.
Yeah. There's just a good
I say that.
why.
Yeah, I say that, but I'm the one that was consistently falling into lava and Risk of Rain. And you just do this repeatedly.
So yeah, you just kind of keep going, and like the way it handles death is pretty abrupt. It's just like, all right, you're dead later. Yeah, you're dead. Press X to restart. Like they can take no damage.
Did you just die from falling, or did a skeleton?
I landed on a skeleton. So in hindsight, and I can still jump as a corpse, which
keep going. Can you move around as a corpse, or can you just jump?
No, I can just jump.
Dang.
So yeah, that's Ghost Ship. I don't know. There's something real charming about this game. Maybe it's not necessarily like maybe levels. Yeah, okay. Placement of the chests is different. Like the chests explode and there's different jewels. I don't know. I'm pretty impressed.
Yeah. Did you ever play No More Heroes?
I think I played the first one on the Wii.
Yeah. Just reminding me about money exploding out of things.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Actually, you know what the art style really reminds me of is Dungeon of the Endless by Amplitude. It's in early access on Steam, and I think it's partially the game that I've been playing it kind of since it was on early access, and it's still kind of like they're still adding a bunch of stuff to it, but the art style is very similar. Like you have these kind of spindly legs. I guess it's kind of reminiscent of the Sword and Sorcery game that came out.
Oh my god!
The way that stuff animates, but
that's my favorite mobile game, and one of my top probably 2 or 3 games. But that's a conversation for another day. Golem Quest.
Yeah. I literally just downloaded this. I don't really know quite how this goes, but it looked interesting.
We gotta get 4 golems.
It's loading.
Loading. Keep those golems loading. Loading. Roguelikes. I am so sorry.
No, I was wondering if there's going to be a big finish there. I guess that was the roguelikes.
That was it.
Nice.
I don't actually know the rest of the song.
I used to know.
All right. Interesting.
We're playing things on Twitch. We're not real good at this.
Yeah. All right. I do have a backup in case this one.
Is the backup more saltfish?
I would not be opposed to that.
No, seriously. Okay, what is the backup though?
So this is actually what the art style looked like, which actually makes me think of Waz Hack, which I want to do at some point. But
it makes me think of what's it? RuneScape, actually.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Oh.
Maybe Golem Quest will load in the background.
Maybe.
Nope. Okay. Wait, it's okay. We're down. Okay, that's Cyber Decay.
Oh, it looks like they also released this as part of the 7-day roguelike.
Yeah, I think I've seen a couple of that were like that. They just submitted it to both because of the Fortune.
Yeah, why not?
Hiccups.
All right. Okay, Cyber Decay. Okay. love. Alright. There's an actual exe file here.
Have you ever looked at the Love engine?
I've not.
It's a Lua scripting based game engine,
Okay.
which is the same scripting interface that a lot of the Steam mod toolkit uses.
Oh, cool.
But it's kind of Python-y, pretty easy to pick up.
Oh, cool. All right.
It's good for rapid prototype games, and a lot of game jam games get made in Love engine.
Well, and also it's drawing inspiration from Corrupt, which is Michael Brow. Michael Brow. He did.
You're asking the wrong guy.
Yeah, he did. Oh God, what else? 868 Hack.
Oh.
Whenever he decides to release the PC version, I will gleefully at some point in time. Like last year was actually for the 7-day roguelike. I think he did the prototype for 868 Hack. It was started for the Cyberpunk Jam, which was the thing that I was completely unaware of, and then.
Of course, there's a Cyberpunk Jam.
Yeah.
All right. With quotes from Hackers, GoldenEye, The Matrix, both Deus Exes, and Jurassic Park.
Yeah. Hey, why not?
This is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are we looking at here?
So. I'm navigating what looks like circuitry.
I think you mean cyberspace.
Yeah, well, I'm in the net. You know how the internet? This is net 2.0.
Well, again.
Should have turned off Skype notifications. And I've got little coordinates in the upper corner. I will fess up that I don't know anything that I'm doing.
What's that? You should have turned off Skype notifications?
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Okay. Create processes by linking an input node to a program and then to an output node. Decrypt and run the anti. Controls/shift plus.
I like that this just seems to go forever, and that the art is really, really cool.
Yeah. I have no idea what we're looking at, though.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Okay, so we got okay, hold on. So we've got little things that look like processors. We got like a demolition. I guess that's a demolition program.
Shift plus doesn't. It's just the Shift plus. Whoa.
Shift plus controls. That's a dolphin.
I found a cyber dolphin.
Yeah, those cyber dolphins are nasty, man.
It doesn't seem to really care.
I think that might be one of the programs.
It's very sparkly.
All
right. Okay, I found another dolphin. The game seems really stoked.
Is it getting high? Are they getting? Oh, I think that's the virus.
Oh.
All getting high on cyber pufferfish.
I feel like I should be wearing like mirror shades.
that are like built into your head that like automatically flip down.
Sure, or just like Johnny Lee Miller at the beginning of Hackers.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of shades that you didn't ask for.
Yeah, well, I never asked for this.
Right.
What are we doing? Just to watch these dolphins just wreak merry havoc.
Yeah.
I've got yes. Hello, Mina.
How could these be bad? They're making the internet more sparkly.
Yeah, this is
and rainbow.
This is diversity at work right now.
Oh God, no! Oh God! It's the Lisa Frank virus.
That's fine. No, that's
yeah.
First we had Gone
perfect.
Home, and that had their really sweet binder, and the Christmas duck, and now we have.
Oh, I forgot about the Christmas duck.
And now we have the Lisa Frank virus, perpetuated by grandmas and Twitch.
This is really just Gone Home 2.0.
Yeah.
It's too deep for us to really understand properly. I think you can like go up over there. I don't.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. All right.
Okay. Yeah. What? Okay. So if you press Shift on top of like one of the black square things, what happens?
Nothing.
Space?
Oh.
Oh, okay, that's the action button.
Okay.
Okay.
That doesn't...
You link two processors together. Okay, that's a... Okay, so I bet that blows up whatever thing you link that to.
Oh my god!
Yep.
I'm here forever now.
Don't forget. Well, okay, you just blew up that whole square. Good job.
Oh well.
I totally didn't tell you to do that.
It's now a corrupted sector. Hi. Hey, hi.
Hi, Dolphin.
Alright, let's do this.
Okay, I bet that, let's see.
I wonder...
I suspect that rotates a square. This feels more like a Incorpar puzzle game than a
Well, I suppose
Death
like
Ladder.
everything is procedurally generated here. And
Yeah.
that's where the...
My question is, how do you die?
Do you need to? Maybe
I
we're
don't
already
know.
dead. Maybe this is what happens after after you die in a roguelike.
Rainbow cyber dolphins?
Yep. I don't know. See what
Okay, so that... I guess if we had
I need to like
oh,
link the key.
the key to the padlock ones.
Right.
Yeah, so that needs...
Oh,
so
I
that
can't
padlock
I can't
thing
even
needs...
get to that. Oh, let's try down here maybe.
Does it auto-link...
Oh, hey, hi. What's up, Cyber Dolphin? Okay. I don't
so
think
many dolphins.
I don't think that's gonna link. Oh.
Okay,
All right.
so we need 2 more keys there.
I guess that opens up that area. I feel
Or
like,
something?
I feel
Or maybe
like,
there's something...
I feel like we've already made a grave in this calculation.
I don't know. There are a lot of dolphins everywhere.
Yeah, there are a lot of hippie dolphins back here.
So many pufferfish.
Yeah.
So many cyber pufferfish.
This is... I can't look away. I don't... This has officially broken my brain. Congratulations to whoever came up with Cyber Decay.
Mark Wanacott, congratulations, you have
I'm
destroyed my
gonna do
co-host
nothing but
brain.
this for the next 3 days.
Yeah.
People are gonna find me emaciated and my eyes will be swollen from the rainbow dolphins.
I hope you're proud of yourself.
I'm proud of... If they're not proud of themselves, I'm proud of them, because this is...
Good job.
This is really neat. I don't know.
Oh crap, there's a dolphin.
Yeah, there's plenty of dolphins. I'm
Oh,
content,
no.
I'm content
Oh,
to
no,
see,
the
like, Chaos
rainbows.
Rain.
Just...
Like, even
Just-
if
just
there was
since-
no hacking or circuitry going on here, and it was just walk around this strange space, like, that's enough
yeah.
for me.
We're gonna let the net die to dolphins and just let everything go back to the dark ages.
Yeah.
Have you seen The World's End, by the way?
No.
You should watch that.
Okay.
It
Are
makes-
there cyber dolphins?
No, there's no cyber dolphins, but it does make a better argument about technology than Morozov ever does. So,
Oh. Alright.
not that that's fine, but in kind of a weird, roundabout way. I'd be excited to discuss it. Yeah, no, you blew it up. That's on you, man.
Yeah, that was...
Yeah,
I do not
guess
what I
that-
did. I am become death, destroyer of internet.
On the plus side, you just giving up that section of the internet seems to have stalled the dolphins' advance.
So whatever I unlocked there, like, that just...
That looks like a rotation program.
God.
Oh, it rotates the... Okay, so it rotates the thing.
What? Oh my god.
Oh.
Alright, I'm gonna blow up this dolphin. And then we're gonna call it.
Oh.
And
No,
then-
you have to like go to the processor and blow up the processor.
Oh, do I? Okay, I can
So
do
yeah,
that.
and then yeah,
Alright.
processor that dolphin's on. No, you just flip you on square.
Dolphin program counter. That's how you die.
Ah! By making yourself explode. Good
Whoa.
job.
Okay, so I can hit space on those documents. The dolphin virus spreads through and corrupts active memory. The free networks will soon suffer total memory corruption. Sources in the scene have managed to siphon a powerful antivirus from a high-profile corp, but it is heavily encrypted. Seek decryption programs and eradicate the virus.
Wow, okay, so now we actually know what we're doing.
And now...
I suspect the antiviruses that lock with 16 on it.
Yeah. Alright, so and then that's the same thing.
Yeah,
All
okay.
right.
Cyber Decay.
Yeah, Cyber Decay. And also, that puts us at the 42-minute mark or so, I think.
Alright. So, next week we'll, let's go through more 7-day roguelikes.
Yeah.
And maybe actually play Cyber Decay knowing what we're doing.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Or just stare at dolphins. I ain't either one.
Yeah,
Either one works with me.
One or the other. I'm very pleased about downloading this. Mark Wanacott, I'm going to follow you on Twitter right now and tell you that this game made me very, very happy. So that was, episode 7. Thanks again, Harrison.
Yeah, thanks, Rob.
If you have any parting words or whatever, feel free.
Beware dolphins.
Yeah, beware the cyber dolphins. Stroke of genius. My God.
All right. Have a good night, everyone.